Hi babies, this is the long sequence of Sing Yourself Well. And by long I mean 7 seconds long. Once you learned it, that is all it will take you. When you're done with it, this is what it'll look like. That's all it is. So here are the 7 steps explained in the order that you actually will practice them. The first step is, in order to heal anything in your life, you gotta know whom you're healing. So who is the person most important in your life? The only one you can change. The one that will be there for you till the end and gets you in life whatever you want. Point to that person. That's the one. Second step, where you're pointing, that is the acupressure point for the diaphragm. And in order for you to feel free and relaxed in your body, you gotta get your diaphragm relaxed. If you rub this point really vigorously for even 4 or 5 seconds, your diaphragm will get the message to relax, it'll drop down, it'll give your lungs more room to breathe, and your whole body feels easier. So do that with me. Attach your middle finger and your ring finger to that point where you just pointed, probably right here, fairly high up on the sternum, the bony part, not too high up so that you get the soft part, but the bony part, the one that sticks out a little bit. Attach your fingers to that or to the shirt over that, but you want to be firmly attached so that you can rub the skin over that bone. Something like this. It's like, okay, I got a job to do. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna take my fingers attached to that point and I'm gonna rub the heck out of that point. You gotta really mean it. It has to actually, I can just feel it drop. It has to actually be so powerful that you can feel a physical reaction of your diaphragm letting go. You may feel that your tummy pops out, your sides pop out. Why? Because as soon as the diaphragm drops into its natural relaxed position, all of the intestines and everything below it gets squished out a little bit, which is also normal, which is also natural. Sucking your tummy in all day long is very much not natural. It makes us feel really tight and weird in our body. It doesn't make us feel relaxed and floopy. And relaxed and floopy is what we want to feel. All right, one more time. Point to the person most important in your life, the only one who can fix or heal, the one in charge of your life. Good. Now, rub for 4 or 5 seconds, really vigorously. Feel your diaphragm drop in the relaxed state. Good. That was number 2. 3. Now you want to align your body as the antenna of heaven and earth that is actually designed to be. So you want to feel lifted from the back of the top of the head as if the spine were to continue all the way to the heavens. All right? At the same time, the spine continues all the way to the center of the earth down below. So you're really aligned perfectly. That means usually that the chin is slightly more level with the floor. So it's not this and it's not this. It's that the chin is fairly level and you just feel this lift. Like you are completely aligned. When you're completely aligned like this, you feel in your center. You can actually physically and energetically feel more in your center. And when you're in your center, you make better decisions. You are more in tune with what's in your highest good and therefore in the highest good of everyone else too. All right, so this is the 3rd step. You feel aligned with your body. It's a floopy feeling, a relaxed feeling. It's not a stiff feeling. It's this feeling that the head is sort of just bobbing on top of the neck and the shoulders in a very loose way. The body stays relaxed and loose. It's nothing stiff at all. It's just this yummy alignment like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, don't have to do the goofy, but you know, I'm goofy, so I do the goofy. That is the feeling that you want throughout the day, especially when you're standing talking with somebody or when you're sitting. When you're sitting at the computer, be very aware that usually, me too, we lean forward, right? We talk to somebody or we lean over the computer and do our little thing, or we take in information and we go into la land for like frickin' ever instead of staying in our center and doing what we really should be doing, whatever that is. Remember, even when you're at the computer, or especially when you're at the computer, that you want to be in your center. And when you're sitting, that simply means you sit on your sits bones. Okay, those 2 bony parts at the bottom of your butt. are the ones that you want to be sitting on. You don't want to be sitting on your coccyx. You want to not be leaning forward into something or be on your thighs. You want to sit on those supportive structures that are actually there for that purpose. Surprise! Okay, that is the one. That means your upper body, your spine has a right angle to your thighs when you are sitting, okay? And ideally your knee balls right here have a right angle to your shins, to your calves also, but that is not as important as this angle where your spine wants to have a right angle to your thighs. When you're like this, then again, you are the antenna between heaven and earth. That connection that only humans can have, where you can feel what's the right thing to do. You can feel the divine guidance. You can be in your center and you will have better or even perfect intuition for whatever is in your highest good. All right? That was step number 3, that alignment is super, super important. First step, point to yourself. Get the awareness of who is in charge of your life. Second one, you simply take your fingers, the middle finger, the middle 3 fingers if you want to, attach them to this point, the acupressure point for this diaphragm, and rub vigorously and feel your diaphragm relax and drop down. Your whole body will relax. The feeling is that of a floppy marionette, okay? And then the only thing that keeps the marionette upright is that lift, number 3, the alignment. Now, God, divine source, is in charge of you because you are aligning with it physically and energetically by simply going into your center while sitting or while standing, okay? Knee balls are slightly loose, hips are loose. The body is floppy, but you are alert and in your center, okay? Number 4, now that we aligned vertically, now we want to expand horizontally. Breathing in the infinity we actually already are. And how do we do that? Remember, the body is the cosmic instrument, the world's first cosmic instrument, after which most instruments are being built. Guitar, ukulele, cello, violin, they all have 2 areas of resonance, just like the human body. This is the smaller area, the rib cage is the larger area. So we want to expand both and create this beautiful infinite instrument to hold our own infinity. Nothing collapsed, nothing shrunken, nothing closed down, nothing restricted, but huge, okay? And for that, you simply breathe in through your nose. Have the feeling as if you're breathing into your lower back and widening that area in your lower back. Like as if you're hugging a big redwood tree. Remember those big, huge trees, or even an oak tree. In order for your arms to go all the way around, you have to go a little bit low on your knees, and you have to reach out and you have to breathe in. Ooh, reaching all the way around without, of course, constricting your throat like I just did. So breathing low into your lower back through the nose, easily, easily, easily. Nothing like quickly, okay? And never, ever, ever, ever in front, like taking a breath into the front only and with his chin up, like so many of us singers do, and I am guilty of that too sometimes. You want to breathe low, connect with earth, widen that space. Once you are full of this, feel as if the throat is so wide and open that it's like a big cave. That means the space behind the upper molars lifts, the uvula goes up, the larynx goes down. It's this big, enormous, gigantic space that we have pretty much always when we are about to yawn, right? When you're about to yawn, you do this. Okay, and then we yawn, and then it's of course very big, but then it goes back down to normal. So what I want you to memorize is the beginning of the yawn. Some people also say an inner smile. I find that a little bit too superficial, so I say the beginning of a yawn. I find that more evocative of this big, huge space that we all have here that is usually closed. And believe me, you want to open the throat chakra. Why? Because the throat is the connection between heart and mind. And when that is closed, like an hourglass with like no space to talk, then the heart has all these emotions. The gut has gut feelings it wants to share. And the mind is running around all by itself, all vata deranged, thinking, oh my God, I got to figure out everything all by myself all over again. We don't want that. We want to help the mind and the heart connect. And we do that by opening the throat chakra. So opening the throat is one area of resonance that we want to feel free and open to create that flow. The second area of resonance is our rib cage. Most of us in daily life, we breathe in we breathe out. We breathe in, we breathe out. And when we breathe out, we usually allow our rib cage to collapse on top of the lungs. Guess what? Not ideal, okay? Over time, lung capacity diminishes. We don't want to add to that. When we have stress in our life, as we get older, and gravity, all make us feel a little bit more constricted. So to counteract that, to be the babies that first came out of the womb, we want to breathe in all the way around, like I said before, into the lower back. Breathing and stay huge. Keep the air in. Keep the rib cage off the lungs. Not just when you breathe in, but also when you exhale. You want to practice breathing in, lifting your rib cage, and also breathing out, exhaling while your rib cage is still out. The feeling in your body you're looking for is that of a bodybuilder. If you've ever seen bodybuilders all full of themselves, all huffy puffy, walking around like they own the world, and that is a good feeling actually to have, because first of all, you are the world, you are the universe, you are divine. So there's no pretending there, but it gets the body memorizing that feeling and not collapsing with the exhale, but staying open and staying huge. And that's what you want for the exhale. So try that right now, breathing in, and then keep the rib cage out. Engage those muscles, keep the rib cage out, and just talk or exhale or breathe in and out, and see if you can keep the rib cage out. And at some point, if the muscles are getting tired, of course, let it down, okay? Of course, we need to do that. But a few times a day, if you can practice keeping the rib cage out like opera singers do, you know, we breathe in, and then we keep the rib cage out until our phrase is done, and usually even more. Most of the time we're on the stage, we keep our rib cage out. We have that stage presence. We have that huge personality, that whatever you call it, okay, that stage presence. That comes from imbibing, breathing in our own infinity, from being aligned, and then from using the muscles to help us keep the instrument huge. Now, first step, point to self. Second step, rub vigorously so your diaphragm relaxes, the whole body gets floppy. Third, you lift from the back of the top of the head, spine all the way up to the heavens and all the way down to the earth at this right angle if you're sitting, okay? Feel the alignment, that instrument that is the antenna between heaven and earth. Good. Fourth step, breathe in your own infinity. Huge throat, okay? At the beginning of a yawn, that happy feeling that makes everything huge and makes you talk funny. And at the same time, breathing into your lower back, lifting off the rib cage and allowing the lungs to fully inflate and not be squished down again by the rib cage, by the heaviness of the rib cage. So you want to practice that, breathing in and then exhaling with the rib cage still out. You can walk around the room like a bodybuilder, okay? Get that feeling into your body. It feels really powerful. Then you have now built your instrument in a perfectly relaxed and aligned and infinite way. Now your beautiful instrument is ready to be tuned. And how do we tune it? With the frequencies of your own voice. Every note in your beautiful instrument has a different frequency. And each frequency resonates in a different area of your body. Normally in daily life, we talk in a fairly limited way. La 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 la, 5 to 7 notes usually. What about the rest of your entire body? There are frequencies up high and down low that hardly ever get used. What do you think happens to an instrument when you only use those small frequencies, the small range of frequencies? Exactly. It's not holistic. It doesn't reflect wholeness. It doesn't have perfect communication. So what we want to establish is perfect communication in your body. And when you have good communication, all the different notes, all the different frequencies are being used, then you have good communication with other people as well. So here we go. Let's do this one more time. Point to yourself, rub sternum, lift from the back of the top of the head, be aligned. Breathe in here, have this happy smile, okay? The apple cheeks go up, the throat opens in a big huge cave. Breathe into your lower back, get the rib cage off, walk around or sit around like a bodybuilder, all huffy puffy, full of yourself. And then simply breathe in, keep the air in, only sound comes out in the front of your face on either ooh or humming if you have people there. Ooh. Make sure you don't go ooh. If anything, you do the opposite. Ooh. keep your chin level, but of course we're flexible human beings, therefore there will be some movement. Just make sure on the high notes you tip a little bit this way, because the lift is actually here, not here, because that cuts off the air. The lift is here behind the upper molars. The uvula goes up on higher notes. So you want to lift this, if anything. And then on low notes, it normalizes. Ooh, so that your chin is level with the floor. Very good. Do that one more time. And like I said, you can do it humming too. If you have neighbors or you live with somebody or you're just generally shy, humming is almost as good as long as you hum from high to low in this easy way, like a waterfall. Okay, by breathing in, opening everything. It's like climbing up a hill, a snowy hill. And at the top, you simply sit down on the sled and you slide down. It's very easy to warm up that way, rather than doing the warm up climbing up, which we'll do in a second. But first, the easy way. Breathing in, staying open, ribcage out, breathe into your low back, be huge, infinite, keep the air in, no air comes out. Of course it does a little bit. And then just hum from high to low. One more time. Breathe in here, lift here. Make sure you don't constrict here, make sure the work is done here. Now that you tune the instrument, you're gonna make sure you know where your motor is, where your support system is. And it is in your power chakra, not surprisingly. What does your power chakra do? It provides, what? The power, yay! It's like in the 20s and 30s when they had their first cars, I think that was the time. They had to crank them, right? They had to really get them going in order for the car to go any distance. Same with the body. You need your power chakra to be very alert and very active and very involved. That is the motor of your whole body. When your power chakra works, then the air column can sit securely on top of it. And that allows the throat to open. And we want an open throat. Why? A few minutes back I explained, throat is the connection between heart and mind. We want it open and not constricted. It can only open if it feels the power chakra has its back. Okay, so you do this by simply breathing in, again lifting the upper cheeks up like Santa Claus, open throat, breathing in, being all full of yourself, huffy puffy, and going ho 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 ho, like Santa Claus, right? And it's a ho ho that's way in the back of the cave. Okay, it's not a helicopter parent that's like a little, like concerned, nervous little ho 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 or ho 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 ho. It's way back in the cave, very secure. Ho, 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 which means you breathe into your low back, you create space in front of you, and you are way in the back, a very secure mama, papa type that just allows the children to be who they want to be, with guidance and supervision, but with that distance to give them space. Give yourself that space. Ho, 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 ho. Very good. So that was the 6th step. Now that we know where our power is and the support and the motor of the whole body, now we can send all that power up and down the body, energizing the whole body, sending little bursts of energy up into all the regions of the body, connecting all the faculties in the body and creating frictionless flow and energy everywhere in the body. Not just in the speaking range, but everywhere. Something like this. Again, breathing in, low in the body, Santa Claus, ho, 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 ho. And then sending it up and down like this. Ho, 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 ho. Okay? You don't have to do it as fast as me. You can do it slower. I find it easier to do it faster, but that's because I'm used to it. Breathing into lower back and engaging these muscles. You can also do it quietly if you have somebody living with you or you're shy to do it. You can practice like this with an S or of an F, but usually S is pretty good. You want to feel your tummy really moving. Breathe into your low back. One more time. Ribcage out, stays out. Good. And then you can just put some notes to it. Okay? That is the whole sequence. It makes you aware whom you're healing, whom you're dealing with, who is the boss of you. It makes your body relaxed and floppy. It aligns your body with heaven and earth. It allows you to be the infinity that you actually already are by breathing it into your body and making your instrument as huge as possible in the 2 areas of resonance. It allows you to tune the instrument from high to low, employing all the frequencies resonating in all the different parts in your body. Then it shows you where your motor is, where your strength is, where your power chakra lives, where your personal power is, in this expanded space. And then it allows you to energize your whole body with that power all the way up and down your spine, all the way up and down your body, to all the chakras and in between the chakras. That is the whole sequence. Now practice it a few times, and like I did it in the beginning, it's very fast. It just takes 7 seconds, but it takes time to integrate it, so it's meaningful. So you do it with attention, because as we know, everything is more powerful with your full attention. So you want to do it with your full attention. Point yourself, rub your sternum, relax your diaphragm, have your lungs expand, lift from here, feel the alignment that you already are with heaven and earth, the antenna between heaven and earth. Breathe in your own infinity into the 2 areas of resonance. Huge, big, huge. Keep the air in, only sound comes out. Getting flow going. Then the Santa Claus, going right into the Santa Claus, power chakra. And then finally sending all the energy up and down. Making you happy. It's like laughing. Laughing makes us happy. This is a laughing energy. The upper cheeks are always lifted. Make sure that is the case. Humorous, like Santa Claus. And that way you have energized your entire body, not just the area where we're speaking. I have a book called Sing Yourself Well, not surprisingly, in 7 seconds. You can get it on Amazon. Feel free to read the book. It explains in details why we need our voice, why we haven't been using our voice, and what to do in order to use our voice to fully incarnate into who we want to be in this life. Okay? I hope this helped you. The short sequence is linked up here. And then in all the healing videos, we will employ only the short sequence. The long sequence is for you to do any old time you want to. Good. If you like this, please feel free to like this video, subscribe, and click the little notification bell so that you always get new uploads. And by all means, share it with anyone you think might benefit from this. All right, I'll see you again very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.